Okay, we are live. No need to panic, folks. Lisa is with us. She is doing something on her tablet and will be joining us very soon. She's sitting right there. I just have her off camera because that's the way she wants to be right now. So let me make sure we're good as far as audio and everything like that goes. I really wish that we could find a day where we don't have to do that, but audio is good. Okay, cool. I have the air conditioning on, and I'm going to explain why in just a moment here, but well, no, I'll explain it right now because we're waiting for Marie to get ready. How is there dislikes? It's probably because it's the chat is only accessible to members. We're going to talk about that in a moment here, but when I switch the camera over so that Lisa is visible, you're going to see something that's going to make you say, what in the world is going on there? Well, we have her super secret tank covered up because we introduced the new fish just now. It was literally within the last 2 hours. We were filming the whole thing, and it was like, uh-oh, we're doing the stream. She didn't want anybody to see what the super special, super secret fish were, so we had to cover it up. So we've got some old funky fish room towels covering that up right now. And I'm going to go ahead and turn my screen brightness down so you don't see two of me. You see me there. That's kind of funny looking. I don't sit here and stare at myself the whole time I'm in, wait a minute, in live streams, by the way. But I do like to make sure that I can see everything and everything's good. You know, there we go. Turn myself way, way down. There we go. Okay. So, are you ready now?
Yeah.
Now Lisa's ready to be on camera. Now, the lighting...
Hi, everybody.
The lighting, folks, is going to look a little bit weird because we have one window in this garage and it's actually daylight, so there's sunlight coming through.
I'm super shiny.
Yeah, me too. I'm always shiny, but...
I'm really shiny. Jeez.
So we got those fish put in there today, just now. We filmed the whole thing, and I got to tell you, if this video is the way I expect it to be, I really think it's going to be a big one. I think it's going to be a big one. And I cannot wait to show it to all of you. It's going to be on Wednesday. You said on the stream it's going to be Monday. No, it's going to be Wednesday. This one needs some time to marinate. And when we're done with this stream, I'm going to start editing it. And she's got some voiceover stuff to do. It's a big thing. It's going to be a big thing. And I can't wait for all of you to see it. Might be our first viral video.
I don't know. It's... Talk about stressful.
It's exciting though.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't think
it's definitely been in the works. I've been planning it for several months. It's not something that I just jumped right into, and trust me, when this video comes out, you'll know why, and I would advise no one else just jump into something like that either. So
yep, there's going to be a lot of follow-up videos.
There's going to have to be.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just do a video and then, you know, some people go buy fish and put them in a tank and do a bunch of videos, or do like one video, I just bought this fish and you never see it again. Yeah, that's not what my tank is about. I want to show it off as often as I can. So, yep.
I mean, I could easily see there being like 8 to 10 videos on that tank in the future. The fish that are in that tank, I could see there being 8 to 10 videos made about that. It's going to be...
I mean, I would probably want to do a members video every day of it. Just like, hey, look. Just because I'm going to be so proud.
So we had a super... Oh, there it is. Yeah. I don't know, with the way I have this set up here, I don't know if Rod M. and Chris Gallagher are members or not, but they super chatted, so that is super cool. Thank you very much for that, for both of you. Let's see.
I didn't think that we could get super chats.
Yeah, I don't know, and maybe they're from members. And listen, this stream is not about super chats. I mean, if you're members already, you're super chatting us every month, so super chats are not necessary.
This is just fun. This is extra for you guys.
Absolutely. Rod M said, just because you guys are worth it. Gotta love that.
That's
and
awesome.
Chris Gallagher said, try for freak out number 3. What's that mean?
Well, I said something about this tank.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, she's already freaking out a little bit. It's all going to make sense when the fish are revealed on Wednesday. We had a member join up, Tiffany Underwood. That's very exciting. And another one, Kelly Moynihan Loranka. I'm going to say Loranka. I hope I'm saying it right. Thank you so much for joining the team. So listen, folks, we had a decision to make today when it came to this members only stream. Why am I not getting focused? Am I focused? Let's do this. Focus in on me here. I don't know if my camera is out of focus or if it's just the, there we go. There I'm at. Now I'm focused. I decided with this this was going to be a members only live stream. I decided, you know what? Let me completely copy the great Corey McElroy and try what he did. I think that doing it this way is really cool because it is exclusive to members, but everybody can see it. The only ones that can really participate in the chat are members. We're not trying to punish anybody. We're not trying to do anything weird. This is just a way of being able to provide more content and give the members something exclusive. The membership thing, you know, there are, he says, looking handsome and in focus, John. Come on now. If I got that green mohawk, I'd be handsome. You didn't know I saw that, did you? I was setting everything up and I watched it. He dyed his mohawk green. Joseph Harden did. But anyway, you know, there are people that frown on the channel membership things, and I totally get it. I totally understand, and we're not the kind of people.
I'm just gonna sit back and have a Mike and Ike while John talks.
Don't you start that. We're only 5 minutes into this. There are people that are upset about the membership thing, like, oh, we have to pay money and all this. The thing is, you don't. If you don't want to participate in it, that's totally fine. Everything's going to be completely normal with KG Tropicals. Everything that we put out on YouTube is for free. There is some exclusive stuff to the members, and we're doing that, you know, as a way of thanking the members. If you're paying to support us, we want to be able to provide some extra stuff to support you back, or make you feel like you're receiving value for the investment that you're making onto us. And so this is one of those things that is, you know, paying you back for supporting us. So I don't want to go too long on that, because the more you talk about that kind of stuff, the more upset people be. The more upset people get. Not trying to upset anybody, not trying to beg anybody to become members. It's just, this is something that we're doing for them.
Todd Snake, we do not speak of that team on here, just so you know.
Yeah, there's no way for us to kick members out. But if there was a way, that would be something.
Candy probably knows how to do it. Just ask Candy.
Tim Sager decided to join the team and looks like, let me see if I can zoom in, definitely an albino Oscar as the avatar.
Oh,
so
nice.
Me and Tim Sager, did I say Tom before? I meant to say Tim. We could get along very, very well. Yeah, Cowboys, they're going to be a good football team this year, and it's going to be very, very difficult to watch, because I'm a Redskins fan. Hey, somebody do me the favor of typing in :Bob : and let's see what pops up there. Candy knows, and there's a few that were in here before the stream started. I put a new emoji in today, and I've actually got a lot more available.
Oh, yeah.
It's the old bobblehead. That's perfect, and I can't wait. So the way it works for Fish Room Fever and Multi-Tank Addiction, when you start typing in the :Bob, you're going to see a little window, a selection window pop up, and you got to select the bobblehead. That's how that works.
You are like all over the chat with your face.
I love it. It's cool. It's not my face. It's a bobblehead it's made to look like my
It's your face. It's creepy.
I
mean, it's cool, but it's kind of creepy.
But yeah, that's how the emojis work. And if you go to the member section, there is a list of what the different emojis are. There's a bunch of them that are available only to members. They're little fish and stuff like that. It's something that I need to do a lot more work on, the emojis, to have them be a little bit more personal to us. But, we'll work on that for sure. But there's the first one. And then when we get the bobblehead of Marie, that'll pop up there too, because it's just going to be fun. So you have free reign to put as many bobblehead heads of me on the chat as you would like. Welcome Aquaterra to the team. Very exciting. So we don't have anything on the agenda to talk about today. We're here to hang out with you and hang out with the chat and talk about whatever it is that you all want to talk about today. We got out of the way the fact that there's towels covering a tank behind you. That was a big thing to talk about, and we've done it.
I promise I did not kill all my fish. They are just covered up. It's a secret.
A candy overhauls emoji. That'd be a really good idea.
Candy needs one, yeah. Candy, you're like famous. I think if you went to Aquashella, you would be just as recognized, maybe not by John, but a whole lot of other people, because everybody appreciates you because you're so awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's true. And now that this is going to sound really weird, especially saying this to you, but she sent me a photo of her and Caleb through Facebook. So now I know what she looks like.
I know what she looks like.
So she did that the night that she got mad at me because I said that she could walk in the room and I wouldn't recognize her. But I'm not on Facebook, and my life is a lot less stressful because of that. So,
I mean, I would know what your husband looks like too, because we're friends on Facebook and Instagram. I mean, your whole family is just, to me, recognizable, and I think to everybody, but John, only a Caleb.
When is the reveal, Chris Gallagher? That's Wednesday. The video's coming up Wednesday, and it's not even edited yet, and I can tell you it's probably going to be one of the better videos on our channel. Something clicked with me, an idea that I had. So it's going to be...
And it was so much fun. I had a lot of fun.
The way we do videos, folks, is... Well, 10 Things is scripted. And we're not ashamed to admit that. It's a scripted series that we're doing. But the vlogs, or the fish room vlogs, or whatever it is, mine, hers, it's just kind of free talking whatever it is that we want to do. But what it usually is we set up a tripod, we set the camera on it, and we just talk. And I'm sorry to anyone on YouTube that's making videos. I've made over 450 videos. That's boring to me now. It just is. Just for me to record that way is very boring. So we tried something very different with her video that we recorded today. And we're going to do one with me after this stream if I'm not a mess. And that's going to be on the current lights that are on the discus tank. It's a completely different way for us to do things, and it's exciting, and I can't wait to share it with you.
It's a lot of fun.
That video will be up on Wednesday, and I was joking when I said it's going to be our first viral video, but if it doesn't do well, I'm going to be disappointed because I feel like the concept is going to be a really big thing. And JH Aquatics says, Aquashella or bust. I cannot agree more. This time, 1 week from now, we'll almost be ready to leave, and that'll be sad. But
I know. It's so weird. I've got to get everything planned this week. I've got to make sure all the cats, the dogs, the fish, everybody. Oh my goodness. I have, let's see, David and they are going to be in charge of the house, and Kenzie and CJ. So I've got two that are in high school. I'm going to be depending on them to feed the dogs and the cats. And we're going to have to do some measuring of fish food because I have to make sure the fish eat too. So it's a little stressful, but...
Yeah, I got to pack. That's the stressful thing for me.
So I have to make sure his laundry is clean too for him to pack, so...
JH, we are going to be arriving at like 3 o'clock on Friday. And I don't know. I know you're going to a whole bunch of different places, but I think we're going to go like from the airport to the hotel, get checked in, and then hopefully go over to the venue and hang out for a couple hours, help set up or whatever needs to be done. So if you'll be there then, we'll see you then. And then there's a couple of field trips that we're going to be going on that evening, including going to Primetime Aquatics fish room. So
Yeah, and I was invited to Kasha's as well. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to make it. Hopefully we can, at least one of us, you know.
it's difficult because we're not going to have a car. We're going to be there
Yeah.
kind of stranded. And then everything is just kind of boom, 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 boom. Like Saturday, it's get up, take the shuttle to the event. I think I have to be there at like 10, which you're not going to be there at 10. But there's
I
like
might. You never know.
there's like pre-show VIP things, and then there's like it's nonstop the whole day. So yeah, and then after the show, there will be, I'm assuming, a dinner somewhere or something like that.
Or we'll end up going somewhere and doing something anyway.
Yeah, we'll follow Chris Lukup around
Is
Chicago.
Chris going to be there?
I'm pretty sure he
Oh,
is.
that'll be awesome.
He
He's
better be.
such a good guy. Oh, so Mike, you're going to be there too? Mike, so you're going to be there, okay, Fish Tank Barn. Thank you for the $5 super chat. See you at Aquashella next weekend. I will be there Saturday night and Sunday. So you'll be there Saturday night. We'll have to go get ice cream.
Of course. I mean, that's a no-brainer. And if Chris Lukup is there, there will be ice cream.
There will be ice cream.
See you at the convention hall. I will not be going on that field trip. I had to say no. I'm going to a fish facility in Milwaukee instead. Well, that's cool.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if you're probably talking about the same field trip that we are.
See, I don't see why both of us have to go to that. I mean, KG Tropicals as a team, we can split up and go different ways if we wanted to.
Well, and you could certainly go to Kasha's then, but she's
But
probably going to that event.
See, that's
So,
what,
you know.
it's also confusing, I know.
And then how are you going to get from Kasha's to
Yeah, I don't have
Jason's
a car.
unless she wants to come to Jason? So it's like, hey, talk to her, see what happens. Sam Andrews, welcome to the KG Tropicals team. Super happy that you are with us. Let's see. Love to be there, but a little too far from Australia. Come on, man.
Wow.
That's just like a 20-hour airplane ride.
I
What's the
mean,
big deal?
JH is coming from the Virgin Islands, you know. He made
That's
it work.
Right below Florida. That's not far.
Just kidding.
It technically is overseas, though, but yeah, a bit closer than Australia, though. I'd love to go to Australia. Wow. I sure would love to
Me
go to
too.
Australia. It's
That'd
been
be
one of those
fun.
things I've wanted to do my entire life. Go down there and see Russell Crowe and Hugh Jackman, and,
They're in Australia?
well, that's where they're from. Hugh Jackman just seems like the nicest human being not named Jason Adams on this planet.
I thought that's where the Dundee guy is from.
He is. I mean, but there's more people that are from Australia than just those two. Charlotte Jackson with the $10 super
Aw,
chat. Enjoy
thank
your
you.
trip. Thank you so much.
So sweet.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And not only are we doing that, but then from there, Sunday night, we're going to probably, I would imagine, leave immediately after the event and start heading to Custom Aquariums where they are, and either stay at Ted Judy's or go to a hotel. You haven't made the call on that yet. It's up to you, because I don't care either way. But I don't think that we're going to be doing a whole lot of sleeping that weekend at all. So it's like whether we're at a hotel or whatever. But yeah, we'll have to see. Okay. Wish
Okay.
I could join you guys. Use this for fish or ice cream or cough John's arowana tattoo.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to have to set a subscriber number on that, like 250,000 or something. Get to 250,000 subscribers, I'll get the arowana tattoo. I already know a guy that would do it, but
You know what? You know what? I have to do a shout out. Today is Liz's birthday from King and Queen Cichlids.
oh, how about that?
And you guys should go over there to their channel for their live stream tonight and wish her a happy birthday. So, is it at 6?
8.
Oh, 8. Oh, I get all my times mixed
Susie,
up. Yeah,
wait,
Susie.
no. Susie Q is at 7,
7.
right?
And Aquafunk is at
Aquafunk's
6.
at 6.
Okay. So make sure you guys go over there 8 o'clock and wish Liz a happy birthday. I think
250
she's
seems
like
kind of low.
32 or something.
Well, I mean, he says 250,000 seems kind of low. John must really want the tattoo. Yeah, we're halfway there. That is kind of low. That's just the number that popped into my head. The way things have been going over the last year, I see 250 coming fast. And so it might be a year from now. Maybe we'll be getting that tattoo. But yeah, you're right. I definitely want it no matter what. So it's been one of those things. I've had this vision for a long time. And I tell you, I really like the drawing that Multi-Tank Addiction did. That's kind of the design that I'd be looking at. And I might just have the tattoo artist do that. Just like, here's the outline, do that. The drawing that Chris did. That'd be awesome. But JH says, Ted Judy, I am jelly. Yeah, he'll be there. You can talk to him. He's employed by Custom Aquarium, so he's kind of the one that set this all up for us. And but you, JH, you might be saying that because of Ted's Fish Room. But the problem is Ted's Fish Room no longer exists. What are these doing here? It no longer exists. He had to take it all down. I told him that. I said, man, if we're going to stay at your house, that'd be awesome because I could see your fish room and all that. And he's like, no, I have one tank set up right now. So if you're jealous because of Ted's Fish Room, don't be, because I'm sure the one tank he has is absolutely gorgeous, but it's not a whole fish room like
So
you were saying.
Ted is going to Colombia in December? I didn't know that.
Is he? That would be fun. It's hot down there.
It's hot down there.
Boy,
That's all
that
you
one
gotta say.
arowana
It's
is
hot
getting
down
big.
there.
They have good coffee down there. Yeah, the arowanas, the Oscars, they are growing rapidly. The smaller of the two arowanas is not growing nearly as fast as the big one.
I noticed
there.
that their fins, though, are getting more of that pinkish, like a reddish pink highlight to it. They're starting to color up really nice.
Speaking of drawings, are you going to announce the winners of the equipment giveaway? That is going to be Thursday. That's on Thursday's
Whole
stream.
bunch of stuff on Thursday.
Yeah, that's going to be a busy one.
Yeah.
But I can't wait for it because that's an exciting one. Still don't know if we're going to do the drawing for that during the stream or if we're going to do it and then do the stream. I don't know.
I think we should do it midway through the stream.
Well, no, what I'm saying is when we use the website to do the drawing of the name that wins, should we do that before the stream and then just announce the winners or do it live during the stream?
Oh, I think live is probably better just because you don't want people to be like, oh, you only picked that person because of whatever reason. I mean, just do it live.
I mean, it would be easy to fake if we did it not live, but anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see. He went down to one a while back. You guys are so busy. Yeah, and you know what? We've got that next weekend is just going to be madness from the second we wake up on Friday until we get back Monday night. And then like 2 weeks later is the aquatic experience. So we got that too, but,
It'll be the following week because we'll come back on Monday and it'll be the following Friday we leave.
no,
of the-
2 Fridays after that.
No, it'd be one Friday after. Like, not next week's Friday, but the Friday after.
Right. So 2 Fridays from
It's less than 2 weeks.
less than 2 weeks, but it's 2 Fridays.
Okay, John.
Anyway. But yeah, I mean, it's going to happen all that fast. And I haven't even reserved the hotel yet.
Well, you better because I'm not staying in that one again.
Don't say it because people might be staying there and I don't want to offend them. But there was one particular hotel that we were not
I
a
don't
big
want to
fan
stay
of.
there again. Nope.
See, when I'm having a vape, you got to keep talking so that I don't look like a jerk, so that it doesn't get all quiet. Still waiting on my video clip. Yeah, dude, it's been a little hectic over here. And what nobody knows is that
Oh, yeah.
what?
I forgot. Yeah, you are waiting on that clip. Or he is.
I can literally barely walk right now.
He hurt his foot again. He
It's a
couldn't even
problem.
go to the Capitals game with me last night because he hurt his foot.
It is a huge problem, and I am terrified that I'm going to be limping like a madman when we go to Aquashella. It's the worst. Let me tell you something. Having a hurt foot is the worst. I mean, it makes your whole body hurt. It's terrible. And I still have to go out and go to work every day, and I'm flipping furniture over, and I'm doing all of this, and then it's terrible. So, yeah, you add that to just the unbelievable amount of stuff we have on us right now. I have not been able to do your video clip yet. I am going to try my hardest, I promise.
Imagine
It's a
that.
little
Other
crazy.
people are saying, is it gout? Not that I haven't said, maybe it's gout.
I
'Cause
don't
it doesn't
know
matter what I say.
I don't know what. Don't you dare! I don't know what gout is. I just hate the name of it. If that's what it is, I will not call it that because that just sounds horrible. Gout. What a terrible name. No, I did. I looked up. I Googled. I did some Googling on gout, and I don't think it's the same thing as what I have. But it's.
Depends on what you Google. Are you Googling what you want to hear?
No,
or are you
I'm
Googling what
convinced
it's
that
supposed
it
to be?
is arthritis. That's what I'm convinced it is. Because
Did you break
when
your
it,
toes? Do
No.
you crack your toes?
Will you not? Here's the way to describe it. Imagine standing on your tippy toes. So imagine that this is your foot. Your toes are like that, right? If I do that I don't stand on my tippy toes, but if I get down on my knees to work and I've got my toes curled underneath, that's when it happens. And it's a terrible, terrible thing. It's debilitating. I'm not kidding you. It's horrible. It's both feet, and it's all the time if I do that. So I have to if I have to get down on the ground to do work, I have to sit a certain way, almost like crisscross applesauce. It's embarrassing, 45-year-old man having to do that. But if I don't, that's what I get, and it's a nightmare. And so, and Genevieve says that's gout. If it is gout, then
Everybody is saying it's gout. I've said this for a very long
But
time.
all I've done is said my feet hurt.
Okay, go to the doctors. Oh no, really? Maybe they can tell you what it is.
I don't want to go to a doctor and then they tell me I have gout. How do you get rid of it if that's what it is? JH says eat cherries. I could do that. That's no problem. Oh, I figured, but if John announced your name to troll us would be funny. What, if I announced that Kilted Python was the winner of that would be hilarious. That would be awesome. Here you go. We're just going to send it right back to you. I'll label the box return to sender. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Gout if it's in both feet. It's in both feet, but it goes back and forth. Plantar fasciitis. That sounds so much better
I'm
to
going
me.
to get you some cherries tonight when I go to the grocery store. And if your foot feels better tomorrow, I'm telling everybody in the live stream on Thursday, guess what? John ate cherries. He feels better.
There's no doubt that I need to change my diet. And there's no doubt that we need to change the subject. We're talking about feet here. This is a nightmare. It's just old age because you're older than me. Yeah, it's true. Once the age, and JH, I know you just turned 40, my friend. Listen, the second my age started with a 4, everything started to become a huge problem.
Do you want a cherry Mike and Ike?
No. It is, it's terrible. Once you get to 40, you're in for it. It's terrible. So gout is triggered by something you eat. No, this is not triggered by something that I eat. It's triggered by,
He knows everything. Trust me. I've been there. I've tried, you guys.
I know how it happens. Because I have it happen, so I know how it happens. I'm telling you, it's when I do that where I can't even describe it. And I'm not going to show you. So I don't, I don't know how to describe the position.
Come on, just show them your toes and your feet.
No, and they don't look bad. They're not swollen or anything. Trust me, it's just old age. My feet kill me every night. Get some good arch supports. Yeah, I mean, I got to do something. And she's the one that feeds me, so if it's diet related, it's her fault.
Me? I don't feed you breakfast and lunch. You eat on the road.
Yeah, because you won't make my lunch.
Oh my gosh, here we go. What are you, a 10-year-old in school? You need your mommy to make you lunch every day?
Is there some fish related topics we could talk about? That'd be fun. Okay, let's find some fish stuff here, or let's talk about Aquashella, or let's talk about, I mean, anything but
Feet.
my feet. I will say this about Aquashella. I did finally get a message from one of the organizers asking us if we would want to participate in any of those extra activities. And I told him, as much as I would love to participate in all three, I'm not eating bugs. And it's too risky to do the sumo wrestling thing for me. I mean, think about it. I'm just telling you, I've got my feet problems. I've got back problems. Doing the sumo wrestling thing looks like a lot of fun, but no, I can't do it. So I did say we will definitely do the Helping Hands aquascaping contest. And I believe I'd have to ask Kasha because she's organizing it. They said they were going to suggest that you and I team up, which would be awesome. It's the thing where you put one big shirt on and one person's behind the other. And so it would be really weird to have a team that's a man and a woman if they're not together, because that would be awkward. You'd have your hands kind of all over somebody else. But, I mean, so having us as a team would probably make a lot of sense.
I just hope you do what I tell you to do.
I will, because I don't know how to aquascape. Look, I put one thing in a tank. That's what I do.
No,
That's
I
my
suggested
aquascaping.
Our aquascape should be called the Arowana Hudsonscape. We'll just stick one rock in a tank and we're done.
It looks good, doesn't it? I'm still on the fence about whether or not I want to put substrate in there. I still might. I haven't figured it out. Look at the arowana swimming together. Look at that. That's adorable. Gotta love it. You really do get to see how much bigger the other one is than the smaller one. I mean, there is a substantial difference. I would say that the bigger of the two has probably grown by an inch since we got them.
Your dragon
That
blood's
dragon
being a
blood
jerk.
is. I did a water change in that tank today. They're all real happy, and now the dragon blood just wants to be a jerk. I have to update everybody on the YouTube thing. I got an email last night, I think it was. Let me find it.
Oh, toothbrush for hair algae. I use that too. I think having a toothbrush is like really important.
Do you remember, folks, and you all are members, so I'm assuming you have, you were on the stream on Thursday. Do you remember me talking about being really upset with YouTube over the verification badge thing? Well, I got an email from them yesterday. We recently emailed you about changes to our verification program. Since then, we've heard feedback from the community loud and clear. We're sorry for the frustration that this has caused, and we have updated this program. First, if your channel already has the verification badge, you will now keep it. No need to appeal. That's all that needs to be read right there. Boom. Mic drop. I'd like to take full credit for that, but of course I had nothing to do with it. All I did was complain about it on a live stream, but I'm very glad to see that because that
I think
frustrated me.
Candy probably complained for you.
She probably did.
Candy
I don't know.
took care of it. I know it.
I mean, the argument was, if my channel doesn't qualify now, why did my channel qualify under the same guidelines 6 months ago? That doesn't make any sense. The guidelines have not changed. The requirements for verification have not changed. So why does it somehow not qualify?
Look, Candy said she did do it.
Hey, good. Thank you, Candy.
Thank you,
Because
Candy.
I didn't send an actual complaint to them. I just talked about it on this live stream. But just because I'm one of those people that's like, I'm not going to waste my time trying to take on the man because the man is so big. But yeah, I'm glad to see that they made that change back because it makes total sense. Crockett Princess, Crochet Princess. I have Platy's Glow Light Tetras, Diamond Tetras, Cory Cats, and Bolivian Ram. Was that in a response to someone else?
Oh, yeah.
Do dragon bloods that are peach colored ever turn red? Not necessarily.
Some get like a dark pink, like a deeper. We've had deeper dark pink ones, but not red.
Yeah, I think it all just dragon bloods are one of those fish that I have not seen dramatically change their color. It's almost like
that one's getting ready to go in a net in a minute and time out.
The Rostratus must be being lazy because he's been the tank boss in that tank. He's right there. I think he's a little confused right now. He was the one doing the chasing before, but yeah, that dragon blood is getting ready to get introduced to
Time out.
the Potomac River.
Oh, quit it.
I would not do that. But yeah, dragon bloods, in my experience, once they're at like 2 inches, you pretty much got what you got. I don't think they're going to really change their color dramatically. Tank size for a Jaguar, 65, too small. For the long haul, yes. Jaguars get really big. They don't get Doveye size, but they get too big for a 65. So putting them in there when they're small, grow them up a little bit, yeah, but you're going to want to move them to something considerably larger than that. 125 would be ideal. Okay, are the $15 ZL, what are the 15 ZL? What's that? Kilted Python, what are you talking about there? Are the 15 ZL? Not sure what that means. I got a dragon blood and it was dark orange and now it's a light peach color. You know what it could be? It could have been eating food that was hormoned. I mean, that's something that's very common overseas.
That's true.
And so when you bought it, it still had those hormones in it, and then it withered away. And withered away, that's not it passed through the system of that fish, and now you're seeing that fish's true colors. It could very well be that. And it sounds like it looks better now anyway, so that's a good thing. Fry tanks are great timeout tanks for naughty fish. Yeah, and I know a dragon blood that might be going in one of those. He's weird because he'll do that for a day or two, and then he'll be like, all right, I give up. And he'll stop, and he's not really doing any damage, but it just gets annoying to see him in the camera. The $15 Live Fish Direct gift card's still available. Sorry, phone was acting up. I'm pretty sure they are, not 100% sure, because what Josh wants to do is kind of change up the promotions, and I'm not 100% sure what the promotion is right now. I got to reach out to him and find out, but it should be, if you send that email, should be still good to go. So you're not looking for a question to answer, leaving it all
I'm
up to me?
allowed. I can talk?
Yeah, you're going to leave it all up to me and then complain about me talking too much.
Oh. Okay, so Genevieve says, it's a John question, but I'm going to do it. So, John, how do we get rid of hair algae? Seems I'm not the only one with a problem. I mean, keep your lights down, do water changes, and suck it out. I mean,
whatever you're doing to feed that algae, stop feeding that algae. I mean, and you just listed it off. Too much light, exposure to sunlight. Add the exposure to sunlight to the light from your tanks too, because then you're getting a double dose of light, and you might be feeding too much, maybe too much time between water changes.
I actually do have a tank by the window in the living room, which is a no-no. It's my 15-gallon, what do you call them, tank, and it gets hair algae, and it's horrible. I have to actually keep the lights off in that tank like 90% of the time, just so that I don't, get more algae, but it seems to be fine.
So I got home the other night and flipped because there was a fry outside of my breeder box in the main tank. Yeah, that'll make you flip. My first experience breeding African cichlids was by accident, and I didn't have a breeder box in there, but I quickly went and got one. But it was moving a rock. I had a real fancy. I had a piece of slate standing straight up in the back of the tank. It was decorative. It was not for anything to lay eggs on, obviously. I moved that to do a water change behind it, and there was 40 fry swimming around back in there. So, yeah, I understand that freaking out when you find
And
that.
that is what started it all.
That's true. It absolutely did. How do I get rid of my hair algae? I use the Gillette ball one, whatever the ball, it has the ball on it, the razor. That's what I use. I had to shave today with soap. It was actually quite pleasant. Soap. I ran out of shaving cream. I didn't have enough time to go get any. Water changes daily, less food, less light, no ferts for a couple weeks. There you go. Yeah, that's a quick and to the point way of saying what we said. We're just much more wordy than that. John, you still getting stingrays? I still don't know. I tell you what I would like to do. I don't know where I would do this, but I would like to do a Severum tank somewhere. Whether it's my 75 or we get another one or whatever, and do a tank with just a bunch of Severums in there. So take those 2 gold Severums out of there, put them in there, and then put the stingrays in. These fish right now, that tank it looks kind of barren. There's not a whole lot going on in there. But you give it a year, the Oscars are going to be this big, the arowanas are going to be this big. It's going to look significantly different. And the Severums will be 6 inches by then. So maybe not, but they don't grow as fast as the others. It's going to look very different. It's going to look more crowded than it does right now. Stingrays added to the mix, I don't think it would be overloaded, but I know for a fact I would have to get some new pumps because I'm not pumping enough water through there. I've considered adding another filter. I've got an FX5 and an FX6 sitting right over there that I don't have hoses for. I thought about ordering the hoses and hooking one of those up to it to get a little bit more flow in there, or I might just order new pumps. It's not that the pumps are bad. I just think I need a little bit more for the heavy hitters that are in there. So if I'm going to add stingrays, that's going to happen. I'm going to beef up the filtration, either add one of the FX6s or beef up the pumps.
About that other tank.
Oh, here we go.
So I want another tank.
13 you have?
I want rasboras. I do. They're so cute. They're so teeny tiny, like this big. I want to get some.
You want Harley Quinns?
No.
I know it's Harlequin.
No.
I'm being funny because of the video
No.
that I put out today
I like
with
the
Harley
little-
Quinn on the thumbnail.
I like the little chili ones.
Well, you can do those in a little tank, so sure, we'll get you one of those.
Oh, I want another planet tank. I want an aquascape.
You can put lots of
another
plants
tank.
in a 20. Listen, okay, let's talk about this here. We're going to do a video after we welcome M. Lane as a new member. Thank you for joining. That's
you.
really, really cool. We're going to do a video, and we were supposed to record it yesterday, but I can't walk, and there was the Caps game and everything else. We're going to do a video of setting up a super cheap tank, and we're going to do it by spending money that Petco gave us.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't talked about this on the live stream yet, have we?
No.
Basically, I did that video a month and a half ago about Petco. We also did that live stream the day before that video. And it was basically us saying, stop it. Stop it with all the people bashing Petco. Knock it off. We weren't asked to do this. It was just us responding to what we had seen. And I did that video of me going and getting some neon tetras and uploaded them. And 2 weeks later, we got a letter from Petco with a $200 gift card in there. And it was them just basically saying, thank you. Thank you for doing that video and shedding a better light on what we're doing. I never had any communication with Petco whatsoever, other than going to our local Petco and talking to the people there or the wonderful Rashida in La Plata, I'd never had any communication from Petco at all. And I guess, they have their own YouTube channel. They saw that and they were appreciative of it. And they sent that, which I thought was really, really special. And so what we decided we're going to do is we are going to spend that gift card at Petco, of course, because it's a Petco gift card. And we're going to do a video on it. And we're going to set up a tank. And it's basically going to be one of those things where it's going to be, look at all you can do with just this much money. That's what we want to do. So, I mean, a 55 would be really good for that. And we could do Angels and Rasboras. We both win. Both of us, because you do although chilies with angels might not be a good thing, but I don't know. But that's what we're going to do. It's going to be one of those things where we're going to do a complete setup and it's all going to be under a certain amount.
Well, also, Bob's sending me purple guppies.
Yeah, you're going to have somewhere to put
I
those.
can't wait to have purple guppies.
Brenda Schroeder with the $5 super chat. Lisa's tank fund. Nothing
Thank
for
you.
me. Just
Thank you.
Kaler's Aquatics canceled. Almost forgot my niece had a church thing she asked me to attend, and my computer is out in my car. Radio plays all the time. I can change the station, but now I can't take 3 hours of that. Okay, I don't think that was meant for us. Not sure. I can't make any sense out of that. But anyway, okay. I really want a peacock eel. Will it be okay with my cichlid tank? I am not familiar with peacock eels. Are you? No?
No. I'm just looking at the chat. Sorry, I was ignoring you.
Okay.
I apologize.
That's good. KG Tropicals, Lisa, that 200 will buy you more than a 20. Yeah, basically, this is what we want to do with that. It's either let's set up like a 29 and have it really nice. It would basically be everything but the stand, because we would put it right behind her on that stand down below. Or we might do it a little bit more extreme than that and have it be like setting up this tank for under $100. We just don't have to say that the gift card is $200, but you know what I mean?
You kind of already said it.
Well, but we said it to them, but people that watch the video won't know, because let's face it, way more people watch the videos than watch the streams. So, we'll have to see. I mean, but we are going to do something like that. And it's just, we can only spend the money at Petco because it's a Petco gift card. So might as well do that. And I guess we could have given that gift card away too, but that's a lot of money. We need that money. So,
Oh my goodness.
oh, Bob was talking to you, Candy. Okay, thank you, because I didn't understand that. All right. Let's see here.
Candy said that the angels will eat them, the rasboras.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That might not really work out all that well, but thinking of building me a large aquarium. The 4x4 by 15 inches is too small for my rays. Thinking of a 5 foot by 15 foot by 2. What are your thoughts, John and Lisa? Wow. That's my thought. Wow. A 15-foot tank is, that's every fish keeper's dream. Can you imagine those arowanas in that? Ooh, ooh, ooh. 15 foot is like Arapaima territory.
Greetings, Lisa. Have you thought about doing outdoor tubs with fish and plants in the future? I don't think so, and the reason why is I feed a lot of stray cats, and I don't want to encourage that. I would be worried they'd get into it, so, I mean...
Well, and the other thing with that is that, and I mean no disrespect to anyone, but like that's the hot thing to do on YouTube every year. You watch YouTube, that's what everybody does.
I think it would be fun. I think it would be nice, and I think it would be something I would enjoy doing. But
Absolutely.
I don't want to knowingly risk a fish's life putting it out there, knowing that I have cats that come around, and yeah, it's kind of like cruel. So Oh,
I'm thinking
someone
of-
said to put a screen over it.
Yeah.
Now, that's definitely an option. Yeah, I mean, if
But then
it's...
every time you want to go out there and enjoy it, you got to take the screen off and all that, and it's.
Oh, Allie said and stray possums. And you know what? Yes, I have a little baby possum that comes around. So, yeah. So cute. I actually think the possum thinks it's a kitten because it comes up and needs cat food, and the cats come around. They all go back and forth. So, I don't know.
I'm thinking about doing freshwater stingrays. Would you recommend a round tank? No. It's not necessary. It makes sense because the rays are round.
Yeah,
You think round tank, but
pretty cool.
no, it's not necessary. But you do want a nice footprint for them. You're not going to want a stingray in a 12-inch deep tank. This tank right here is perfect for them. I know there's some hardcore people. When I said I wanted to do arowanas and stingrays in here, there's some hardcores that were like, that's not big enough for a stingray. What did that arowana just do? But it's plenty big for a stingray. That tank's 3 feet deep. So it's a good footprint for a ray, but it doesn't have to be round.
Genevieve says, so I put my comment where it was supposed to be a mod. What are the requirements for a person to be a mod? You know what? She did say something about that before. I forgot to even bring that up to you.
It's
Yeah.
done.
Really? Oh, yay!
There you go. There's your answer.
Do I have one of those tool thingies? I think I do.
I don't know. Comment and I'll find out. You should.
I think I do. Huh.
Are you going to put a comment up? John and Lisa, what are some good special treats for Oscars? Right now I'm feeding bug bites, freeze-dried bloodworms, and beef heart to help them grow.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, those are absolutely
That's
good. And I've heard every single thing you can imagine. I've heard people say hot dogs. I've seen all kinds of stuff. But fish food that is special, like or like beef heart, things like that, I mean, they'll tear it up. What is this arowana doing? He's being a weirdo.
I don't know.
But yeah, mine, I mean, I try to feed my Oscars pellets, which they eat, of course, and then I feed the arowanas the jumbo krill. But the Oscars eat those too. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to make an effort to give them treats because those what do you call them? Those jumbo krill, those are treats enough. Night crawler's a good idea, depending on where you get them from. Is freeze-dried food worse than frozen? I mean, I don't want to call it worse. I think freeze-dried food is really good. I think it's better than a lot of your pelleted foods and flake foods and stuff like that because it's just the straight-up animal freeze-dried. But I think that the frozen food is probably more nutritious, but then the freeze-dried would probably be one step below that. But it's all good. I mean, I'm one of those people. The best fish food you can get is the food that your fish will eat, period.
Tropical Jim says, my Oscar eats crickets. Now, I told you we have a bunch of crickets. They're like living on our front porch. And
Because our front porch is full of cat food.
Stop. That's not why. But anyways, I mean, crickets are kind of natural. I can see it.
My only concern there when you pick them up off the front porch is where's that cricket been?
On our front porch.
Well, okay, I know, but it's also been
from
in people's
King George.
It's been in people's garbage. It's been on dog poop. It's been on the ground. It's been through. Who knows what that stupid insect has picked up along the way?
Now you're being silly.
Well, I'm just saying we're on the internet right now, and if you say that, then people do it, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, my fish got poisoned, and it's your fault."
Yeah,
and
that is true.
pesticides and herbicides. See, Candy knows what I'm talking about. Too much freeze-dried can cause bloating. No, or it's bloating. No, that's what he meant. Like, I mean, I have not experienced that, JH, but I'm not going to tell you it doesn't. I guess it all depends on, if you're going too crazy with it. Everything causes bloating in an Oscar because an Oscar is just going to eat whatever it can fit in its mouth. But I do try to give them a variety. The arowanas have already become divas, and they will only eat those freeze-dried krill and the regular frozen shrimp, like from the grocery store. They'll eat those, but their staple is that jumbo krill. I mean, they do really well on it, so haven't had any bloating issues with them.
Jamie Fife, Lisa, you ever sneak off to the store, pick up dinner, and get a candy bar and eat it so you don't have to share with the kids? No, I mean, I like Mike and Ike's, so I usually just bring home some Mike and Ike's for myself and get everyone else something too. So.
And Starbursts. She's a Starburst
I like
junkie.
Starburst, yeah.
It's one of those things, if she cracks open a sleeve of Starbursts, it's game over. That whole sleeve is going down.
Yeah.
I like to feed my fish the Fluval multi-protein. They love it. Yeah, Fluval makes some good foods. I mean, most of the foods out there are good. I'm a fan of Hikari. I'm a fan of Tetra. I'm a fan of a lot of different brands.
It's variety and all.
I think that there is a thing, it's not just in the fish keeping hobby, it's everywhere. That when there is a major brand, like Hikari is one of the biggest brands in the entire fish keeping hobby, there are people that are automatically going to hate those brands because they are the biggest. And I think it's unfortunate because I think Hikari food is good. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and argue with somebody that one food is better than the other. It's just, I don't have time for that.
I use Hikari. I use Hikari foods.
I do too.
I mean, my go-to food for my community fish is going to be bug bites. I mean, they love bug bites.
I have more fish food than human food. Yeah, and welcome to the world of a fish keeper. I mean, that cart that we have over there is full of it's probably $600 worth of fish food on that cart. It's nuts.
Matthew Alt says Hikari puts dye in their food, though. I use, as far as Hikari goes, what do I use? I think it's the Tubifex worms that are in a square, and the brine shrimp. So, I mean, I don't use like their flakes, but
I mean, and I've never.
And it's not the only thing I feed my fish. I definitely, what I do with food and the fish is I probably have 10 different things, and I just give a variety. I mean, I never feed them the same thing every single time. So.
And one thing I can say for certain, I've never had a fish die, and I've been like, it must have been that food.
Right.
It must have been that brand of food. It must have been the dye that was in that food. It must have been. I've never, ever had that. If a fish has died, I've looked at it as either, okay, it was killed by the other fish, or I made a mistake, or it was old and it died. But I've never blamed it on fish food. So, have you ever made your own food or thought of trying it? Yes. And I've never made a food that my fish like to eat.
No, I did. Maya and Buna loved that food that I made. I made a homemade food for them, made of just fresh vegetables, and I chopped it and I made everything all perfect, and they loved it and they ate it all up. But it was messy, and I only did it once.
Oh man, I'm yawning. I don't think I've ever yawned on a live stream before. I feed mineral pellets for the inverts, but my guppies go crazy eating them too. Is this okay? Why do guppies care about mineral pellets? That one's going to be for you because you're the guppy expert.
But no, I'm not a guppy expert. I don't know. I'm not going to try to give an answer to a question I'm not really sure of.
Guppies.
Ask Candy. Candy knows everything.
Guppies are also little garbage disposals. They'll eat anything. So that would be the answer. I mean, if the fish don't seem to be responding badly to it, then it should be fine. But they'll eat anything you can put in there. Anyone tried the North Fin flakes? I have not. I've got a ton of their pellets, and I've always been real happy with their pellets. But I have not tried the flakes yet.
Allie Patton says, at Tropical Gems, my Oranda and Corey's do, but my betas, bloodworms only, won't take any brand of pellet. You know what? I do not feed my betas any kind of pellet beta food. I don't feed them that. I do not get a can of specifically made beta food because I like to give them bug bites and bloodworms and special stuff. I think the pellets are just too big for their mouth, and they I don't know. I believe, in my opinion, it causes them to get bloat or, get constipated and stuff. So I don't feed them that stuff.
I mix 3 to 4 foods daily and feed it. Saves good 3 times. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that mixing foods, I mean, I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
If you have a bunch of different pellets and a bunch of flakes and some bug bites and so you mix it all together.
I used to call it a medley.
Medley, yeah.
I used to do that when we had the mixed African cichlid tank, when we had the haps, the peacocks, and the mbuna in it. I would take, and I had a big can, and I would call it medley, and I would put spirulina flakes in it. I would put sinking pellets. I'd put floating pellets. I'd put different size pellets because they all have different size mouths. And that's how I would feed those fish. In our, what was it, the 240 we had all of them. So, and everybody was happy.
Oh boy, this name is going to be a challenge. Cruxer? I'm going to say Cruxer. Cruxer? Yeah. I'm probably saying your name wrong, but welcome to the team. These names sometimes, they can't be as easy as Ruth Miller. I mean, that's perfect, but sometimes these names are difficult. If we're saying it wrong, I apologize. I apologize profusely for that. John, Lisa, how often do you feed your fish? For mine, I go twice a day. Depending if it's been a while since I've done a water change, I might only go once a day for them. They're growing like crazy, and they're doing really well. That dragon blood is still just making me want to. But this tank I feed twice a day, and it'll be different things. I will put the jumbo carna sticks from Hikari. Speak of the devil, I'll put those in there in the mornings, and then I'll put the krill in the evenings, or the shrimp, like the frozen shrimps. I'll feed them, or I'll thaw them out, slice them up, throw them in there. And it does pretty good. I don't like those as much, though, because it sinks. So unless I can stand there and drop it and have the arowana immediately grab it, it's like, oh. So if I drop them in, they'll all fall down to the bottom, which is good because the Severums will pick at them. But then the Oscars will just be full of food, and arowanas don't want to go down to get them. DIY Repashy food for the win. Gummy bears. Yeah, I saw those. Yeah, you want to know something interesting? I've been keeping fish for 25 years, 7 of which I've been keeping fish on YouTube, and I have never fed Repashy foods. And it has nothing to do with the product. It has nothing to do with, like, trying to avoid that food at all. I've heard nothing but positive things about Repashy. It's just not something I've ever tried. I don't know. But those gummy bears looked pretty cool. I make own gel foods. Yeah. I mean, that's a really good idea. I mean, and I've made foods before, but they just never seem to do well. I mean, it's my fault. I mean, one time I spent hours making food and it just didn't work.
My disc is like the food that Hans makes. So I feed it to him 3, sometimes 4 times a day. Because I got to get him fat, big.
Yep.
Big and fat.
Isn't that interesting, too, that the light's on and they're all out? They don't like lots of light.
No, I mean, there was a lot of light a little while ago, and the light from the window was shining down. They were like, get this light out of my face.
I enjoyed one of your videos where you or Lisa actually showed how much to feed your fish. Most websites just say don't overfeed. Yeah, you know what? That was her.
Oh my gosh, that was that my first video I ever did?
It was a.
It
I don't know
was
if it was the
one
first
of-
one,
it was
but it
one
was.
of them.
Yeah.
People gave me so much crap because we had the fish store, and at the time it was easier for me to say you do a little bit. I remember, you just put a little bit in.
That was early on with our channel too, when negative comments bothered me.
Oh yeah, me too.
And if somebody would put up a negative comment about you, I just could not tolerate that.
Oh my God,
And there
so
were people
funny.
on that video that were, oh, this was just a complete waste of my time. 2 minutes of my
see it
life I'll
now.
never get
Yeah.
back.
Oh, I totally understand why now, though.
I got so mad at
But
those people.
what did you learn from that video? How you watched me put my hand and pick up a little bit of food to put in the tank. I did not explain like how many times, how often throughout the day, how much it was meant for how many fish or anything. I just pretty much stuck my hand in there and was like, just a little bit. So.
I mean, and you know what? Obviously, we're 6 years later and there's people commenting on a live stream that they appreciated that video. So it served its purpose. It's not as bad as you're saying it was, but it's quick and to the point. And that was supposed to be a series by you called Quick Tips with Lisa.
Oh yeah. I tried
So
to do
that's what
quick
it was
tips.
going to be, was 2 minutes, quick little easy thing. I thought it was a well done video, and
But-
I got mad when people would say
like
bad
I
things.
explained to Rack when Rack and Angela were here, and we went and had lunch, and I said, back in the day when we had the fish store, and then when we did some videos after the fish store, like in the basement, it felt forced. It wasn't something that came naturally to me. I felt like it just was so stressful for me to do a video because I would get tongue-tied and I just stressed over it and worried about what people thought or what people would say. But now, one thing I can honestly say, since the aquatic experience, I feel so totally different about it. It's like, you know what? I'm just going to share my experiences. I'm going to do the best I can to get it out, and hopefully people understand. And that negative stuff doesn't bother me like that anymore, because I know there's a lot of people out there that are just trolls. And if someone has something negative to say, maybe it's not negative, maybe it's just their opinion because they do it differently, then that's fine. You know what? We all have our own opinions. It's all good. So yeah, now I just feel more natural, I guess you could say.
Well, if you're uncomfortable in front of the camera and you're doing a video and then somebody says something negative, that's hard to swallow.
Yes. Gosh, I would feel nauseous sometimes.
But now
Back then.
you're much more comfortable. I mean, today was a big thing. I'm going to spill the beans on this woman here, folks, because for years she would only record if I was like at work. Mm-hmm. She would set up the tripod and she would record, and she would do a great job. But she couldn't do it like if there was somebody on the other side of the door, if there was anybody and it was a nerves thing. She was nervous, and if there was anybody that could possibly hear what she was saying, it would bother her. But today, I actually filmed her handheld with the video that we did today. And you did so much better than you've ever even done. And of course, I credited myself. I'm like, because I'm in the room. That's why you did so much better.
No,
But
the reason why is because he was holding the camera while I did this video, and it was like doing a live stream, and I was talking to you guys. And that made me more comfortable, was knowing, you know what? I'm talking to all of you all, and I'm explaining to all of you all what I'm doing, and I'm putting my new fish in for all of you. And that's why it came so natural. And I didn't care that John was behind the camera, because I'm talking to you all now and he's right here in front of me. So it was natural for me to be excited and do it. So, yeah.
Matthew Holt's account says, "You guys are awesome," from Matt's wife. He left his phone with me while he went to the store. That's awesome.
What?
That's
I missed what?
it's way up there. I scrolled back a little bit. That's really cool.
Oh.
The best compliments
Thank
that we
you,
get are the
Matthew Holt's
ones
wife.
that the people say, "I'm not even into fish and I like listening to y'all." Those are
Yeah.
those are the best. And Kaler's Aquatics came in with the $10 super chat. "Nice afternoon discussion among positive hobbyists. Can I get a refill of coffee?" And then welcome Cheryl Fenning as a new member. That's very cool to have you on the team. Listen, it's the what was I going to say before? I had a real good spiel, and then Matt's wife messed me all up. But I think that there is a shift that's going on. There's so much negativity out there, and I feel like there is a shift that's happening. People are realizing how toxic the internet is, and they're realizing that positivity, if you're spreading positivity, then you're at least doing your part to make it better. And I have disconnected myself from channels that spread negativity, even if they don't know they're spreading negativity.
Yeah.
Like, there's a couple of channels out there who I respect a lot, but they're like news type channels, and every time I watch their content, I get pissed off. It's like, they're not trying to piss me off. They're simply talking about the news. So I stay away from that. And there are YouTubers who I know personally or have met personally and know them to be really friendly, easygoing people, but then they play this tough guy act on their YouTube videos, and it's like, what are you doing? You're acting like something. So I can't do that anymore. I mean, I've got enough stress. I've got enough things going on. We got to pay attention to our own thing. I don't have time to mess around with people that are going to be either act like they're tough guys and put on a show or spread negativity. It's getting so much better on YouTube. It really is. I mean, I've noticed a huge change. There still are people that, for whatever reason, they find it necessary to point out negativity. An example today, the video that we put up today, the 10 Things episode, somebody pointed out at 2 minutes or something, there's a dead fish. Now, that footage for almost all of that video came from House of Tropicals up in Baltimore. And there is, at the time that this guy said, there is a fish in the background that looks a little off. Mm-hmm. It might be dead. I don't know. But my whole thing was, why point that out? You know, there still are people out there looking for something to say that is negative. There's nothing you can do about that. But I do feel like, because of a lot of YouTubers deserving credit, particularly in our community, I see Aquarium Co-op's with us. He is certainly one of them. Rat Cross is one of them. Jay Wilson, for God's sakes, that guy is nothing but positive now. There's so much positivity being spread around now. I think it's making a huge difference. And it's making the internet as a whole a much more just pleasant place to be. I don't know. I went off there on a little tangent. I didn't mean that, but I'm still not going back on Facebook. I'm still not going to mess with Twitter. I don't even do Instagram. YouTube is the only social media that I do. I will admit, I occasionally will check like the FishTube booth group on Facebook every once in a while, but nothing ever gets added to that. So, I don't end up really seeing much in there, but Facebook Messenger is about as close as I get to social media, except for YouTube.
Yeah.
So, you had to have found something you want to talk about by now.
I was just listening to you talk.
Pointing out negativity is feeding negativity, right? Yeah, and I'm kind of doing that now. So I should stop.
I think you were spreading positivity more than you were negativity.
And when I say negativity, like, let me give you a great example. Dustin did a phenomenal video last week where he talked about the worst pieces of advice he hears about fish keeping and stuff like that. That's not what I'm talking about when I talk about negativity. That was an awesome video. That's like Dustin's back. When I saw that video last week, I wanted to comment, but I didn't want to look like a jerk. I wanted to say Dustin's back. That's the Dustin that we all loved. That's not what I'm talking about when I talk about negativity. He wasn't spreading negativity at all. But it's usually in the comments section, and it's usually, people responding and being silly and being stupid. And but there is some YouTubers out there that I know are completely different people on camera than they are off. And if you meet me next weekend at Aquashella or her, you'll see that we are not those people. Yeah. I might not be quite at the same energy level when the camera's off, but I'm the exact same person, and so is she.
Yeah, we're the same people. Absolutely.
But anyway, I'm not calling anybody out. You don't even know if I'm talking about fish channels, so you don't know. I watch a lot of channels. I'm going to tell you.
He watches a lot of YouTube.
But I have an absolute obsession right now. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to give you a piece of advice. And if Corey is actually here lurking, he will agree 100%. And he has met this gentleman in person, and I'm so jealous. If you are a YouTuber and you want inspiration for content, there is not a better YouTube channel on the entire platform than Peter McKinnon. MC capital Kinnon. First name Peter. You can spell that. The man is an absolute genius. And I've been watching his videos at an obsessive level for the last 6 months. If you want inspiration on how to do things differently, it's not a channel like YouTube Guru channel. It's not one of those. This guy is an artist and he is a genius. What I'm saying is it's almost like Casey Neistat. If you watch those two guys, you will get inspired to do things differently from the way you're doing them now. And it inspired me to do this video that we're going to upload on Wednesday different. It's not night and day. We're not going to be putting out a video on Wednesday that's like a complete departure from anything we've ever done. It's just a little different, little subtle differences. And I can't wait. I can't wait to share it all with you. I can't wait to start editing it. It's going to be so much fun.
I can't wait to see him again. I just want to.
Yeah.
I just want to tear that towel down and look at him right now.
Oh, is FishTube Group different from Team Green Alliance Group? Yeah, they are. There's when I say FishTube, there is a group on Facebook that's called the FishTube Booth, and it's basically people that are going to be participating in the FishTube booth at Aquashella and the Aquatic Experience. That's the group I was talking about. The Team Green Alliance is a different thing. That's a group of people that are trying to help grow other YouTube channels and stuff. They all bounce ideas off of each other and stuff. Really cool idea. I was involved in that group. Things got a little messy with me, and I was like, nope, that's it. I'm done. No time. And it was basically, what am I doing? It was a very prominent, very smart, very respectable YouTuber put up a post that was gold. It was YouTube gold. And people started ripping him apart in the comments of that post. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. This is somebody that is a genius at what he does. And you're not going to just take that information and gobble it up and use that. Instead, you're going to fight back. I couldn't take it. I couldn't tolerate it.
I got out of like all the groups after that.
Me too.
I unfriended a lot of people. I don't want to be part of any of it.
I don't
like the negativity and the drama.
I was asked about, on that post, I was asked, what is my opinion? Because I think I posted like, well, isn't this a shame? Because there was so much negativity being put in that post. And as a matter of fact, the poster left the group because he was like, well, I tried to do something nice and give some good information, and this is what's going to happen. I'm out. And when that happened, I said, well, isn't that a shame? And then somebody asked me what my opinion on it is, and I said, I think some people need to learn how to keep their mouth shut. And then all of a sudden, I started getting my butt kicked, And people started saying all of these things that I said, and it was like, what? Read the post. It's not there. It just got out of hand.
Oh, yeah.
And that is exactly what made me leave Facebook altogether, too. So the person I'm talking about, you know who you are. Good job. You actually got me to leave Facebook altogether. So you did a good thing there. But yeah, that was an absolutely ridiculous thing. And that's when I said, you know what? This is dumb. I don't have time for this garbage. I'm done with it. And I actually feel less stressed now that I don't mess around with Facebook at all. And you know what? It's all just because there's no emotion attached to it. You can't read what somebody's trying to say. That poster that I was talking about that got ripped apart, I know that guy personally. And I know the way he talks, and he comes across very blunt. And it might come across one way, but that's not the way it's intended at all. And so these people read into it like the complete wrong way,
Right.
and you can't fix that.
And that's the thing, you know, if it was a conversation and it was all just like talked about, you know, everybody was going back and forth talking, then it may have been a completely different topic. I mean, like, you know, everything about it could have been different, but you get into typing up things, you don't know what people are saying, what tone of voice they're using, and it is what it is.
I had a Facebook Messenger conversation with somebody the other day, and it was on this topic. It wasn't the other day, it was a few weeks ago, whatever. And I said, here's the scenario, okay? When you have these shows like Aquashella, there's going to be speakers, and there's a bunch of speakers that are George Farmer, let's use him as an example. George Farmer would never say anything controversial. Who cares? It doesn't matter who it is. There's a speaker that is being paid by the show to be there and deliver a bit of information to you, the audience, okay? If you're sitting in that audience, there is not a person alive that if you disagreed with what that speaker was saying, would stand up and say, no, this is what you would do. You're wrong. You should do it this way. You should do it that way. Nobody would do that. But online, you can do it, and it doesn't hurt anybody.
That's true.
So that's the way I look at it. You should behave yourself. Everyone should behave themselves online as you would if you were at a live presentation like that. If you want to disagree, what good is it going to do?
I mean, if you're at a presentation like that and you don't like what someone's saying, you get up and you walk out. That's all you do.
Just keep it to yourself and you're like, well, I don't agree with that. What's wrong with that? You don't agree with them. No big deal. Welcome. Worldwide Tropicals. Thank you for getting us off of that. But, oh, by the way, the guy that I was having that conversation said, yes, I would. I would stand up and say something. I'm like, whatever.
No, I got to know who it is.
Nobody would do that.
Tell me later.
I don't even remember who it was, if I'm being honest with you. Nobody would stand up and say, you're wrong, Rusty Wessel. I can't say his name. Rusty Wessel, you're wrong. You can't keep cichlids that way. No one would do that because it's disrespectful. You make yourself look like a jerk. And people like me would say, sit down, idiot. You wouldn't do that. But online, people do it, and it just drives me nuts. So anyway, I don't want to talk about that anymore.
Okay.
Let's find something better to talk about. We're going to go another 7 minutes unless we start getting another wave of a bunch of members signing on. Then we're not going to be able to leave yet. But that wasn't any hint. I'm not begging anybody. That came off really wrong. I didn't mean it that way. Let's see. They have been nice, respectful rule. You can disable comments. Yeah. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. You two are invited to dinner at Jameson's Char House Saturday night.
What kind of food is that? I mean, is it like...
If it has the word char in it, it sounds good to me.
But it's not like Golden Corral, right?
That was him talking about that. Yeah. That was him saying Golden Corral. Oh, he was like... Yeah, Golden Corral is, you can eat a lot at that place, but...
But everybody touches the utensil things, all the germs and stuff. Ugh, sorry, but...
Stop the live stream. You're wrong about mixing African cichlids. Yeah. Oh, God, I could tell a story about that, too. I mean, it's just... It's not worth it to me. It's not worth it to get mixed up in all of that. I actually feel bad having just gone on that little spiel about it. It's why? What does it change? I don't know. It makes me feel a little better, I guess. Gino's East Pizza. Yeah. I've done deep dish pizza once, and it was delicious. I would not choose deep dish over just like a floppy New York style, which I think is the best folded up, and that's my favorite. But if you're going to be in Chicago, you go get some pizza. That's a deep dish pizza. You almost have to do that.
Jose Santiago, John, did you hear what happened to the Cichlid shack? Did I tell you what happened to Largo?
No.
The apartment that they live in caught on fire. Yeah.
The apartment that they live in? I thought they lived in a house.
I don't know I don't know. I mean, we haven't talked to him really recently, so I'm not sure how they went from there to there, what those circumstances are, but yeah.
See, I'm not on Facebook, so I wouldn't see that kind of stuff.
It was on Instagram.
Wow.
That was
That is-
sometime last week, if I'm not mistaken. But fill us in if you know something else, because I feel really bad for him and his family.
John, if you don't get stingrays, is there anything else you'd put in that tank with the current fish? Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, you're putting me on the spot. But, whew. I mean, I love my Oscars. I really do. And I mean, I could go for a couple more Oscars. I know that sounds ridiculous. I mean, I've had people say, not to my face, but like in comment section and stuff, you got this 360 gallons and you put Oscars in it. I love Oscars. I always have. I know there's a lot of people that poo-poo them. I'm not. I love them. And a couple of nice lemon Oscars I could see putting in there. Take the Sevrums, make a whole Sevrum tank, and then put a couple of lemons in there, and just have a couple of arowanas, and yeah, I could see doing that. The list is long of fish that I could put in there. But like I said, a year from now, that tank is going to look very different. So I don't know. I don't want to fly off the handle and do something like that. Would have got you guys a breakfast burrito if I was close to you. Candy would have been cold all the way from Oregon, though.
Aw.
Yeah, breakfast burritos, that's just my style
Yeah.
right there. Hello. Thank you very much.
We have them occasionally because they will make breakfast burritos, and they're so super yummy. Lisa, can I ask what you think best take mates for Emperor Tetra? Right now, I mean, personally, I only have Cory cats with my Emperor Tetra, but I mean, other Tetras.
You have plecos in there too.
Huh?
You have albino bristlenose plecos in there too.
Oh yeah, I do have 2 albino bristlenose, but other Tetras that are that can go with those Tetras, like the same water parameters. Yeah, I mean, you could do those. What am I trying to even say? But yeah, I'm sorry. I guess because I haven't done a whole lot with my own. I have 25 purple Emperor Tetras, and I just like them. I just like to watch them school around together.
And they're gorgeous fish too.
Yeah, if I could get them to breed, I'd be even happier. I reached out to Rachel and said, what did I get, all like boys? Did I just get all girls? No, but I don't have it set up. I guess I've watched them breed, but they turn around and they just eat their eggs. So I need to have, I need to do a little bit more with that. And I keep looking over here because I'm looking right at the tank, but I don't know. I need to do something because I do want more. I'll probably just go to Rachel's and get 25 more.
Genevieve is saying she just really wants a peek at your tank, and somebody said, it was Allie Patton, a member drive to reveal the tank. So listen, folks, we are so excited about revealing that tank. but it's going to be Wednesday. I'm actually excited. Like, we're going to go ahead and shut this stream down in a couple of minutes here because I'm excited.
I just want to take the towels down.
She's got to do a little bit of voiceover stuff, and then I'm going to get started editing it. And it's probably something I'm going to be editing for quite some time. I've got to come out here tonight when there's no sunlight shining in here, and I can turn all the lights off and get some really good B-roll of that tank. I talk about B-roll all day long now because of Peter McKinnon, but I couldn't get the B-roll that I wanted with all the lights and all of it. It was too much. So I'm coming out here tonight to do that, and I'm just so excited to put it all together, and I cannot wait for the reveal. And I really do believe, I could be wrong, maybe it's just I'm too confident, I don't know. But I believe that this is going to be a very special video. And I don't believe, I know that what is behind those towels is not something you've seen on another channel.
I wish you would stop. You say too much.
You said it in the video.
You say too much sometimes.
It's spectacular. It's going to be wonderful. And I cannot wait to show it. I feel like if the video comes out the way I want it to.
Candy even said no more hints.
No, there's no hint. That's not a hint.
It's a hint.
That's not a hint.
It
No
was
way.
a huge hint.
If my vision translates to the video, I'm going to be happy no matter what the video does. But I feel like it's going to be big. I think it's going to be a big thing. And let me just tell you, the title of the video will tell you what it is. It's not going to be one of those things.
So why don't you just tell them what the title
Shut
of the
up.
video is going to be now?
It's not going to be one of those things where it's like mystery revealed and then you
boy.
watch the whole video and then at the 10-minute mark we unveil what the fish are. No, it's going to be right there in the title. So be looking for that on Wednesday. I'll hopefully have it up at like 8 a.m. my time and knock it out and click like and do all that and hopefully it will do well. Pygmy sperm whales. Nope. It's a real good guess.
You just gave another
but
hint.
how's about a members only peek? Okay. We're going to talk about this live on YouTube for the first time.
What?
I think if the video is done, we will release it early to channel members.
What do you mean? Like
It will be
hour prior? or
no,
something?
like Tuesday evening.
Do I have a say so in this?
Well, no.
What? It's my video.
I know, but I feel like that is like going to be the biggest perk for members.
For members, yeah. I
It
get
sounds like
that.
it's a ploy to get
I
people
mean,
to sign up, but that's not what it is. I'm responding
I
to.
wouldn't mind it. Like if you're saying like 10 hours earlier, it's
Yeah.
it's a nice little perk. It's
It
not
gives-
days prior and all that. I get that.
It gives the members something to look forward to, and they get it before everybody else. So, but if it's not done, I'm not going to be able to do it. I've been obsessing over this video, and it's going to take a long time to make my vision come true. So if it's not done yet, I'm not going to be able to do it. But that's my hope, because what I wanted to do was upload it Tuesday evening and schedule it to release 7 or 8 a.m. the next morning. So we'll just make it available to members, and then when I get up, I'll switch it to public, and there we go. Corey, if you're lurking, just say yes or no to this, because if anybody would know, Corey would know. And if you're not lurking, I will message you after this. This is the question that I've had forever, and I didn't have the opportunity to ask the YouTube rep that we talked about, or maybe there's somebody in here, Candy might know, that can answer this question. What I've always wondered is, if I release a video early to members, the members should get a notification, here, watch this video. But then when I switch it to public the next morning, will the other notification go out to all of the regular subscribers? Because I almost feel like you only get one notification. And so if I send out, it's not like I send the notifications out, but like when I upload the video and publish it to members only, the notification will go out. Yes, should work how you want it to work. Okay, that's perfect. I love it. Thank you, Corey. Thank you for lurking. And yeah, that's cool. If that's how it works, then that's exactly what I want to do. I don't want to blow the notifications and not be able to notify all of the other subscribers. I hope that makes sense. So thank you for setting my mind at ease there. They fixed it with members, etc. this year. Years ago, unlisted videos were a problem. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like if, I remember a time where I was uploading videos unlisted so that I could fine tune them and do the end screens and do the cards and do the annotations when that was still a thing. And then I would click it to public and nobody would get notifications. That's why I was worried about this. If I send out the notification to members and then I make it public, I want there to be a second notification. So thank you for clearing that up, Corey. And you make me feel a lot better. You always make me feel so much better.
Oh my gosh, you could have done that, like, not on the stream.
Well,
So you just had a conversation with Corey on the live
I
stream.
am not afraid to express
So
my
funny.
gratitude to the man.
Oh,
So,
Melissa Jeswald said, my cat ate most of my female betas.
Oh, no.
That's so sad. I'm sorry.
yeah, JC's Fish and Shrimp, the other day, there was a members only video and I didn't get a notification. I only saw it from the post in the community tab. Yeah, I don't know. I might have done something
Is that
wrong.
mine, the one I did?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it might have been something that I did wrong. I put it up for members only, and then I went and checked it like 30 minutes later, and there was no views. And I was like, what?
Oh.
Something's obviously not right. And so, yeah, there was either something that I screwed up on that, or there might have been a problem with YouTube. I don't know. But I never quite figured out what it was. Now, here it is, folks. I'm going to say the last thing, and then I'm going to stop talking, and you can shut us down. Please understand that if we share this video early, which we will, like I said, if it's done, I can't wait to start working on it. But understand that it's like a privilege. You're paid supporters of this channel. The reason why I'm telling you this is because, you know, you could like show your friends and stuff like that. Don't do that. Make them wait.
Yeah,
Consider
you're the one paying. You're
right.
the one.
This is a perk for you. You paid for it. You earned that. Don't give it to people who aren't paying, because that's just not fair. You know what I mean? So it's not like you can, if you sent a link, if they're not members, they wouldn't be able to watch it. So it would be something that you would have to physically show them. But
everybody to watch it. I think, and that's very important. I want everybody to see, but members should get a little extra something. I mean, that's what this is about too. I mean, it's you deserve the perks. And it's one thing if John was like, oh, we're gonna put it up today for members and make everyone wait till Wednesday. No, that's wrong. That really is wrong. And I wouldn't agree to that. And that's what I was trying to say like 2 live streams ago. No, I mean, I want everybody to be a part of this. This is what it's about, where it's for everybody. But if it's just a few hours, then
yeah,
it's
the
just
night
a
before.
few hours.
And I'd like to start doing that every week. If that works well, and the members appreciate that, I'd like to start doing that every week, because I hope that you see the differences in this video. I haven't even imported a single bit of footage yet for this video, so hopefully my vision comes through. Hopefully you see that it's different than what we've done in the past. Again, not night and day. It's not like we're reinventing the wheel. It's just a little different technique to it. Hopefully you see that, and hopefully it's something that takes off and you would actually consider it to be a privilege to get that the night before. And if it works out well and the videos are done, because a lot of times I'm editing up till the last minute, but if they're done the night before, we'll share them with members the night before. I'd be happy to do that. We can do that with 10 things too, if it all works out. I want to address one quick question here, because I feel bad because this was asked very early on and we missed it. Matt Brananu, okay. Matt asked the question, where can I find a KG Tropicals aquarium decoration? I wish I had one, but we don't. I've thought, how cool would it be to get like a stone of our logo that can be in an aquarium? It's never been something that I've looked into, but
that'd be cool.
I've thought that that would be really neat to do something like that. But as of now, there is no such thing as a in-tank KG Tropicals decoration, and I'm sorry. So he asked that question real early on, and I missed it. I wanted to make sure that I addressed that. And thank you, Bob, for making me aware of that. Well, you were making Candy aware of it, but still, thank you for refreshing my memory on that. I'm done. It's all up to you now. Putting the camera on you.
Oh, me, I can talk.
As long as you want.
All right, so this has been a lot of fun. I enjoy doing this video, or this live stream. I said video because we were doing videos earlier. But anyways, I want everyone to enjoy the rest of your Sunday and go check out Aquafunk at 6 o'clock, Susie Q at 7 o'clock, and King and Queen Cichlids at 8 o'clock. And make sure you tell Liz happy birthday. So that's it. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and we'll probably see you in one of the other chats. I might just be lurking, but I'll be there. And Wednesday. Big day.